second house. This dude's probably got 4 or 5 houses. I'm fixing to buy another one at the beach. It's just money, dude. These people are rich. They're second homes, guest homes. These aren't Airbnb either. You can't Airbnb these. They've outlawed that shit, man. Look at these. In debt. And I used just to attack debt, because here's what I understood. If I didn't have any debt, every man, that shit would be my money. Look at this. I'm telling you, this was a big bucket list for me. I know there's people. They're second homes, guest homes. These aren't Airbnb either. You can't Airbnb these. Look at this. Look at this. Look how fucking beautiful this is. Something like this and all this stuff, this is the money flow, man. That shit you see me teaching, that pound, don't take on debt, invest, it's so you can do this. Look at this fucking property, dude. And guess what? It ain't even the main. This is just a second house. This dude's fixing to buy another one at the beach. 20 years of grinding, man. 20 years of grinding so that I could do this. It's a big ass city, man. This is not where I'm from, man. It is where I live now. Up here, bro. This is bucket list shit for me. I wanted to own a house. In on St. Peter, right? Pointed me today on Instagram on my main account at Full Auto 11. I was talking. All right, man. Yes. What's going on? Hopefully everybody can hear me on YouTube, man. Let's see. Yes, sounds like we are. There's a little bit of a time delay. It's like a 30-second time delay between Instagram, YouTube, and I'm only running one monitor now. I'm working on this. Working on my setup, man, because it's a little different for podcasting as it is for trading, as it is for YouTubing. So if you're live streaming or doing audio streaming or trading stocks, it's a little different setup, man. So you got to try to find a setup that'll work for your life. Right now, this morning, I sent out a text to some of my friends, and I said, hey, looking at getting in this UTSL. We're already in it. Right over here is the first buy zone. And if you watch, one thing I like about the UTSL, now this is recorded on, I've been messing with my computer. I got this mouse sensitive, too sensitive. And you know, this is the money flow pattern. This is one of our favorite things to trade inside the Money Flow Trading Society is the UTSL. Now, it's one of the safest things you could trade. It's triple leverage, which adds a lot of risk. But here's the thing. It's utility companies, Southern Electric, Duke, Edison, Dominion, all the great utility stocks that don't move that fast. But here's the thing. When you leverage those bad boys, they move a little faster. So, I don't know, around 9:15 or so, I sent out a text to my friends, and I said, hey, it was right here. It was just pushing above the 20. And I'd been waiting. See? Watching. This is the homework. So on 7/2, Sunday, trade ideas. UTSL. See, we got to stalk it. Stalk it. Like you might get stalking charges put on you. You watching this shit too close, man. What's wrong with you, man? Why are you just watching? I got a buddy, he might get a stalking charge soon. Let's see. So this right here is a visual representation. Hold on, give me just a second. Just for just a second. Straight fucking line. Straight line to getting what you want. I decided, I kind of wasted the first bunch of years. I don't want to say wasted. I don't say wasted, but I was in debt. And I used that first, two and a. All right. So we see UTSL doing the fractal pattern, and that's what the money flow is. The money flow is right here, and it's just a picture. And what you learn as you come into the money flow is this just a concept of the way things move, and it's based on fear and greed. Human beings get greedy. Human beings get fearful. And that's what causes price to move, man. And it's this pendulum that swings from overbought to oversold, overbought to oversold, overbought to oversold. And that's what prices do. And that is the one goddamn truth in this life, is that stocks go too high, and most people don't know that they're too high because they don't follow them, and they swing too low, and they don't know what low is because they don't quite know how to value them. And so this is what this is if you have my free ebook, You Don't Have to Die Broke, which tries to prepare you to even comprehend this game that's going to play every day. So when you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing it, Gerald. My emotions today, I just don't feel so good. This game's going to play anyway. It's going to play without you, man. All right, Instagram, I just posted something. And YouTube. I said in here, text me. You guys should have my number. Text me a unicorn. Now, if you're with me every day, don't do this, okay? If you're new. If you're new to the money flow. If you're new. Yeah, on YouTube. I guess I could say the same for. Is that still running on YouTube? Wow, serious time delay. Sorry, I'm just looking at my. Why is it so delayed, dude? Anyway, hopefully you guys can all hear me. What's up, LD? Wandering? Okay. Man, it's just a real lag, dude. That's crazy. All right. Hopefully you can read that and I spelled it correctly. So as I'm watching, I'm going to continue on the UTSL. What I'm doing, if you see that green line there, that green line is a simple day moving average. It's a 20, on a daily chart, it would be a 20-day moving average. On a 1 hour chart, it'd be a 20-hour moving average. On a 1 minute chart, it'd be a 20-minute moving average. It's period. It's fractal. Everything about the stock market you're going to find is fractal in nature, you know. You could buy one share, you could buy 10, you could buy 100, you could buy 1,000, you could buy a million, you could buy 100,000, you could buy 100,614 and 2. You could buy a fractional share if you want it, meaning they've created it where they want everyone to play this game. And every day at 8:30 at my house, this mofo turns on. And this stuff starts happening. And see, and I try to get ahead of it, man. So on Sunday night, I'm looking and I'm like, man, what's up with gold, man? Like this is an actual conversation at my house. Where's gold, man? You don't know where gold is, bro? What's up? What are we looking at here? Now, I'm looking for a pattern, man. See, other people, they're not so concerned about this. Man, only reason I play is they open the door. Look at this. And so what I'm looking for is price to be moving like this. Now, that doesn't tell me for certain, but I use what I call some indicators and some other things, and I'm looking for this pattern here. And I believe that based on fear and greed, and AI and computers and day traders and swing traders and momentum traders and scalpers and breakouts and buy and holders and institutions and mutual funds and closed-end funds and private family offices and institutions. And that's just here, by the way. It's the whole fucking world. So any day that you quit, some little kid in China woke up and said, I'll play. Let the fat American take the day off. Player versus player game. This is gold, man. So as I watch this, and I'm watching price, what I'm looking for is this. And I'm watching it. And I don't know if it's going up or down, man. I know what it looks like when it looks like it stopped going down. And I know what it looks like when it stopped going up. And I know what it looks like when it looks like it's trying to break out. Now, the way I define that is pretty basic. There's some gray areas. There's some things you could do some things slightly different. You could be wrong. That's okay. But this here, when this line is representative of a clean, straight 20 session line. So daily chart, 20 days. Let me show you. Let's see. Let's look at gold on a 1 minute chart. Is it going? Let's see if it's flowing. Wait. Now notice. It's on a 1 minute chart of gold now. I'm assuming somewhere there's somebody crazy enough to day trade gold. Some people play canasta. Some people play Monopoly. Some people get up and try to trade the fucking gold market. Now, if I was a kid and I gave you a crayon and I said, hey, man, draw me a straight line and connect those boxes. Stay with me, man. This is the GLD. That means right now gold is trading at $1,780.53. This won't be exact, but it's pretty goddamn close. Just add a zero. So you're like, well, I can't afford 1 ounce of gold. I know. They made it fractal. You can come over here. You can take your thumbs and click a button, and then you have $176 of gold at that price. And if it comes down, or 178, excuse me. Now look at this. And I told your children, I'm like, hey, little Johnny, everywhere you see a box, man, draw me a line. Connect those things, man. Connect the ends. Look at this. So I know a couple things. I know 2 things, probably. Maybe 3. That it goes here, goes here. What do you think the chances are? Flip a coin, man. Up or down. Well, as a trader, and then so you're like, okay, yeah, that's possible. Okay, well, we gotta deal with what's possible. This is a 1 minute chart of gold, by the way. Looks a lot like this, by the way, which was in a book I wrote 7 years ago. I gotta leave in 5 minutes. I gotta do a one-on-one, man. Yeah, my man said up. I think most of us agree up. Now, you say, why would you say up? Well, here's what I do, man. I just kind of assume what's in motion is going to stay in motion and what's going up would just go up. Now, obviously, the more fractal you get with that, the more chaotic the nature of price, all right? So we were day trading the TQ this morning, which you don't have to have money to do, by the way. You just got to be around in the morning. People say, what do you mean? And fuck, man, you can paper trade it. Matter of fact, you'd be better off doing that. Oh, this looks like a stage 2 breakout on a 1 minute of a TQQ, which is the TQQ is a triple leverage version of the QQQ. QQQ is the NASDAQ 50 top tech stocks in the world. And if you wanted to know what those are, look right here. I track them. You could do this too. Amazes me how many people are fucking lazy. So you click that, and then you click view all. You say, but Gerald, how could you possibly have such a collection? I went and I Googled what are the stocks in the QQQ, and they give me these tickers. And then I just created folders for them. Apple, Adobe, AMD. Now, what do you see when you see AMD right now? What do you see? Stage one, baby. This thing's trying to break out. See it? So, all right, I'm already getting sidetracked. See what happens? So as I start going down this list of the 30 stocks that make up the QQQ, oh shit, Amgen, this is a dividend paying stock. This is inside of the dogs of the Dow. So this is in two of our filters. It's a dog of the Dow, it's a buy and hold stock, and it's inside of the goddamn NASDAQ. So, and it's trading below the 200, and it pays a fat dividend and makes a lot of money. And it's breaking out, and then there's the 200-day moving average. Has it ever been there before? Bam! Every time it's gone below it, it comes back and hits it. Now, I legally can't say every time, but every time in my crazy-ass mind it has. So as I'm looking at this, if I'm a trader, what could I do? I could buy options. I could buy the stock. A couple things I could do. I could buy in here, get out there. I could go look at an ETF it's in. Man, it's endless. I just buy the stock. Or as an investor, I'd be like, man, I better grab some. Better grab some here. Be better owning it here than here. That's called trading, my friends. And there's so many ways to look inside of the money flow and to see something happening. And what this will do is this gives you a repeatable pattern of how to invest and how to trade. But there's some underlying fundamental things you got to learn, man. It's not just this. It's also understanding the differences in ETFs and ETNs. Like, you have to become sophisticated. You have to deserve the shit you want. You know, what sector is this stock in? Understanding the PE ratios and the difference between a growth stock, a penny stock. Like, that's part of the game, man. If you're going to play poker and make money, you need to be the smartest motherfucker at the table, okay? You need to be there. You need to deserve to be there. You understand all the terminology. There's nothing anybody's going to say that you're like, what does that mean? And you can do that real fast, man. Real fast. If you want to. AGQ. Let's look at that real quick. Let's jump back on this TQ because so anyway, we had our stage one here. We had our bottom. These are other classes you can get into. I'm jumping ahead a little. So once I have an anchor point, I assume if it's trading below this yellow line, the direction is going to be up. If it goes against me, I would have a stop or an exit plan or a plan of what to do next. And if it's something that I just own, my plan is to do nothing next. It's just to let price strip down, 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 set up. When it sets up, when I get this same pattern again, this here, I will begin to make my move. There's our entry. I know. There's my entry. Here's my breakout. Thank you. Pulls back, but look, holds it, man. Look at this. And then we get a second buy signal. And so if you know the money flow, what's crazy is even inside of the bigger, look at this, even the movement of this is still like that, man. See it? And we could see that clearer, man. If we drop this down, let's drop this to a 1 hour or 1 hour. I gotta go too, man. Look at this. Anchor, purchase trust. To be fair, we had one right here too. Nice. Hasta la vista, baby. Man, I hope that helped. 3 years just to attack debt, because here's what I understood. If I didn't have any debt, everything I had left was, it would be my money. Look at this. I tell you, this was a big bucket list for me. I know there's people. So everyone around me, it's just money, dude. These people are rich. They're second homes, guest homes. These aren't Airbnb either. You can't Airbnb these. They've outlawed that shit, man. Look at these pictures. Look at this. Look at this. Look how fucking beautiful this is. something like this and all this stuff, this is the money. Did you see me teaching at pounding the table saying, don't take on debt, invest? It's so you can do this. Look at this. It ain't even the main. This is just the second house. Houses. I'm fixing to buy another one at the beach. Why? 20 years of grinding, man.